When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Indiana's offense will be first on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads.
Turning on the Jets. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. Power football with the run. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. The Hoosiers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They'll try the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The Buckeyes will snap it on first and 10. Give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Keeps it on the draw. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Hit as he throws. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who you're...
Max going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
To play another play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the end. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bryant. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Bryant. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. The Hoosiers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Touchdown on the opening drive. They had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God in this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things that practice coaches probably like, anybody?
Wide open spaces. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground with the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations. Bad job on first down by this offense.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Trying play action. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Sayed. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll send the back in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got a man in the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Past the 30. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You just throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. A strike downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Sayin. He rifles one deep to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Gonna swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Running the read option to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Now the play fake. Lets it fly. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. Rolls it in. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, looking for the completion. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to get outside. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on fourth down, converted once. Looks as if he's got it, first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat. So I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like these.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that drive covered 40 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays